Sorry. It's just that this groundnut is so sweet. It is super sweet and crispy. Do you want to learn how to make it? Yeah, all you have to do is to watch this video till the end. So let's go. I'm going to show you the process of making groundnuts to be sweet and crispy, like this one I'm holding. Let's go.
Do you want to start a groundnut business, or you're tired of buying and you want to start making it at home yourself? So, I am going to teach you how to roast groundnut like a pro. Let's get started. The first thing to do is to get a groundnut looking like this and you pour them into a bowl. Then, you make sure you have a pot full of water and salt on fire, because we need to put salt in our water so that we can parboil the groundnut before drying it under the sun. So you pour it into the pot, then you stir it continuously like this. You stir it for like 3 minutes. Make sure the groundnut is on fire for like 3 minutes on low heat so that it will not be well cooked. So you pour it inside the pot where there is salt already. Then you stir it continuously. The reason why we do this is because we want the groundnut to be cooked. At the same time, we want salt to be inside the groundnut so that it will be tasty. So you stir it, you don't stop stirring it for like 3 minutes. Then before you transfer it into the tray. So after stirring it for like 3 minutes, you transfer it into a sieve so that it will be water free and it will be drained. So we leave it here for like 2 minutes before transferring it into our tray. So this is it in the tray. Then you make sure you spread this way for sun to get to all the parts of the groundnut before sun drying it. So this is how it's looking right now. Make sure that you parboil it with salt and water, then sieve it, then transfer it into your tray. Then this is so the reason why we do this is because we want it to be crunchy. So after parboiling, make sure you dry it before stirring it on fire. So this is it after sun drying it. You pour it back into the tray or a sieve or whatever bowl you want to pour it inside. Then on fire we have our salt. This salt has been used many times. That's why it's looking like this. This is to tell you that this is not the first time we are making this groundnut, and we are pro in it. I mean we, not I, because I learned this from my mother-in-law. So on fire we have our salt in the pot, and you make sure you keep stirring it so that every thing will be well heated. So make sure you stir it continuously for a few minutes, and when everything is right, then you pour the groundnut inside. Then let's go. So this is our groundnut inside the salt. Some people do use gari to roast this. Some people do use sand to roast this, but I think salt is better because this one will make it more tastier and more crispy. I don't know, but I think I prefer the salt because salt gives this sweetness to the groundnut. It adds this sweetness to the groundnut. Then when you put it on fire, make sure you keep stirring. You don't stop stirring so that some parts will not be burnt and some parts will not be undone. So please make sure you keep stirring. Stir very, very well. Like every 30 seconds, make sure you stir. Okay, the question is, how long is this going to stay on fire before you know it is done? You have to pick like 2 or 3 like different times to check if it is done. You pick like 2 groundnuts, you drop it on maybe in a plate or on the tray or wherever. You just drop it, then you allow it to cool, then you open it and eat it. When it is okay in your mouth, then it is done. You know it when it is crispy, you know when it is done. Of course, when you eat groundnut, because it's not the first time. But the normal time I think this should be on fire is like 5 minutes. After a continuous stirring, you stir it continuously, then make sure that you do not stop, because this groundnut can get burnt and some parts will not be cooked, will not be well roasted. Can you see that we are checking already if this is done or not? So you keep stirring. If you are a business owner, I mean if you want to start making this as a business to earn money from it, I would advise that you use salt, because salt, making use of salt to roast your groundnut is always sweeter than sand and gari. So please just try this. So after 5 minutes, you transfer it into your sieve, the bigger sieve. Then you make sure you take away all the salt, so that what we have left will be our groundnut. Then I think that is all. Then you allow it to cool very, very well before transferring it into a plastic. Thank you so much for watching.